10 things you didn't know could kill you, with a little bit of a little side tangent.
Contrary to belief, air hoses are extremely dangerous, although they're often used.
Contrary to belief, have y'all ever watched any type of like action movie, show, book? Air is one of the most scariest elements ever. Am I not wrong? Air is one of the, an Avatar. Air can go over someone's head, literally make them lose their breath. Yeah, try surviving this. You really try to survive that. What are you talking about? Contrary belief, dog. Air is so scary, bro, that you can't even see it. Like, it's a weapon you can't see. If someone was able to control air, he'd be able to literally off me before I even noticed he was in the area. Fire, something sparks. You could see it coming. You can feel it. You feel the heat. Air, you're done though. That's a contrary belief. Whoever doesn't believe air is scary, they got low key. Be honest.
Used for filling up car tires, blowing out dust in keyboards, and inflating huge bouncy castles. They also carry enough pressure to tear through skin, damage internal organs, or even be fatal if mishandled. On a calm morning in May 2011, a truck driver in New Zealand was going about his daily routine. He climbed onto the rigging between his truck's cabin trailer, a place he'd stood countless times before. But in one unlucky moment, his boot slipped, and instead of falling on steady ground, the man fell backwards straight onto his compressed air hose. The brass nozzle punctured him through his left buttock, and in an instant, high pressurized air about 100 pounds per square inch began flooding into his body. As if it were straight out of a cartoon, the man's body began to inflate in size. Air forced its way beneath his muscles and fat, separating his tissue like it were sheets of paper. His chest tightened, his skin stretched, and his face ballooned into a grotesque puff. Co-workers who happened to cross his path screamed in terror. They quickly rushed to his side, shocked at the mortifying sight. They shut off the air supply and carefully rolled him onto his side, knowing his lungs and heart were under pressure. Ice packs were pressed against his swollen neck and chest to try and ease the suffocating strain. Ambulance crews arrived as fast as they could, but when they found the man, he could barely breathe. His body literally doubled in size. It was full with so much air that every time an EMT tried to put a needle in his body to start an IV, the air would just push it right out. Doctors later compared his skin to feeling like densely packed bubble wrap, just waiting to explode. But luckily for this man, he didn't explode. It took days for the air to escape his tissue, but against all odds, he survived by farting it all out of his body. Others, however, wouldn't be.
Dog, that's insane. What the fuck? He became a fucking, I don't know, what do you call that shit? What do you call that shit on the side of the road when you go to like a car dealership? It'd be like, one of them bitches. He became one of those.
Be as lucky. Like the time a poultry worker in Mississippi got carried away with his friend while horseplaying, and for some odd reason, he decided to stick an air hose in his, yeah.
Freaky ass niggas, bro. We gotta be careful around these freaky ass niggas, dog. They be dangerous as fuck. Overly freaky.
The air pressure from the hose was so immense that he blew up from the inside, rupturing most of his organs in the process. Surprisingly, there are a lot of cases like this, so even though they're fun to play with, air hoses are dangerous.
So did that nigga get charged? He had to get charged with fucking manslaughter, right? He literally blew up the nigga.
Always keep them in safe places and please don't misuse them. A broken heart. It shouldn't be, but true love often feels like one of the rarest things to find in life.
I've heard this one.
And once you find it, you never want it to leave you. Such wasn't the case for a man who was forced to read his wife's eulogy at her funeral after he supported her for a 4-year battle against ovarian cancer. The pair were inseparable. The man became engaged to her when he was just 21 years old, and the two would go on to be married for 4 years. That's nearly twice my age. And now, instead of making more memories with the companion of his life, he was making funeral speeches and writing thank you letters to those who came to the service. The amount of exertion something like this can have on one's heart is no joke. Only mere moments after the eulogy, the man was found slumped over in his house, in the middle of writing thank you letters. He had literally passed away from a broken heart. Doctors said his grief was so profound that it caused him to have a heart attack. And this wasn't just an isolated incident, it's a phenomenon that happens to many others as well. It's called broken heart syndrome, or Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. It's a temporary heart condition triggered by intense emotional or mental stress.
Hey, even though it's the real thing, bro. If you need to get out of a relationship, my nigga, break up, bro. Break up. The chance that nigga dying because you said I want to be gone, very slim. Unless, you know, they do that thing where, you know, they act like, you know, they get off themselves after you leave the relationship. But break up, bro. Don't be scared of breaking up. If they get the broken heart syndrome, that's not on you. That's on their heart. Okay? Break up with niggas. If you need to break up, just let y'all niggas know. Don't be doing that. Oh my gosh, I need to make sure they feel okay, nigga. They can feel okay after they understand you guys are gone. Nigga, I try to say it, bro.
That makes the heart's main pumping chamber weaken, causing it to mimic the symptoms of a literal heart attack. Soda cans. Imagine that it's a hot summer day and you've done nothing but bask in the sun's overwhelming rays of heat all morning. You're parched, so you go indoors to get yourself a nice cold can of soda.
Nice house.
To your disappointment, none of the drinks were put away in the fridge. They were left out on the table, so now they're just warm and gross. You come up with an idea. You take one of the cans of soda and throw it into the freezer in order to speed up the cooling of the beverage. To wait for it to cool down, you go and watch some YouTube and then end up falling asleep. Hours pass, and you forget that you left the soda in there. Eventually, when you wake up and stumble across your fridge again, you remember that you put a soda in its freezer. Hoping that the drink hasn't frozen solid, you quickly take it out of the freezer, crack it open, and boom. Just like that. The can explodes like a hand grenade right in front of your face. This is a real case that happened to a boy in China on August 25th.
38 stitches, dog? Oh, nah. That nigga never picks up a soda can ever again. Ever again. Ever. I had something similar happen to me. I put malt in the freezer, which is glass. Open that bitch up. That shit popped from the bottom. That shit could have been bad. It could have looked just scarred me for life. So I just got lucky.
2012. Luckily for this boy, however, medical professionals were able to save him and nurse him back to health. Frozen soda cans are extremely dangerous, and in some cases, they're even lethal. Freezing them forces the carbon dioxide in the soda to create tightly packed reservoirs inside of the can that store high amounts of energy similar to a bomb. So keep your soda in the fridge, and if you do put it in the freezer, don't forget to take it out so that you don't go boom, boom.
So basically you're saying if you ever hit a nigga so badly, bro, get a soda can, put it in the freezer, and throw it at that nigga. Throw it at him immediately. And if you really sharpshooter, bro, throw it at that nigga and then shoot a bullet at it. So you don't shoot him. You feel me? The bullet came out of nowhere. Type shit.
Gooning.
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
Sir, you need to leave.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, I'm crying. Nigga looks so offended. Like, what do you mean I need to leave? Dog, this nigga actually left a legacy. Left a legacy of being a fucking gooner. S-tier gooner. Mind you, this nigga has a family, bro. Nah, this nigga crazy. I don't wanna lie. This nigga crazy. I don't wanna lie.
Yeah. Apparently,
he had to be off drugs, right? He had to be off something. Stress, drugs, had to be something that made this nigga do this. No way he just do this.
There's a couple of ways that gooning can take you out. But, so that this video doesn't get demonetized, I'll be swift on the topic. The risk of passing away from this is extremely low, especially if you're a healthy individual. However, if you're struggling with any underlying cardiovascular diseases, it's possible that excessiveness could trigger a heart attack, arrhythmia, or a stroke. On September 18th, in 2000...
Hitting it from the back. Hey! And all the shorty thinks, damn, that pussy that good? That pussy that good? Oh my god. Nigga, you dead. You're just dead. Oh, what's up? What's up, Adaya? Welcome back to the stream. Hi. That's a crazy segment you just came to. My bad. What's up, Adaya? What is happening, bro? Hey, so he basically said you could basically, like, you know, if you have a horrible cardiovascular, system, you might die while busting a nut. So I'll just give it a little. You feel me? Almost been there. Yo, orange. Me too, dog. Me too. Ass was way too fat, nigga. I couldn't handle it. Shit. I got my tax bracket.
2019. A heartbroken teen suffering from depression
how you doing today?
found himself unable to ignore how his last Valentine's Day went. I don't really know how, but he snuck past his parents and locked himself away in a room where he then gooned himself to destruction. He gooned 56 times until...
Ooh! Ooh! 56 times? Oh my god. Wait, Loki, yo, this nigga had actual stamina though. What's wrong with this nigga? He had potential. What the fuck? You telling me nigga was in his room like this, bruh? In his room like this for hours. Just on his bed for hours. 56 times? That's insane. That's insane. How are you? Nigga, I won't lie. The last 2 days I was hurting, bro. I won't lie. Like, my injuries are fucking me up, dog. Like, I was in my bed. Like, I was in my bed. It's just fucking a fucking fossil. I won't lie to you. But I'm happy with your family, though. Shit, I need to low-key hang out with my family. I'll be in my room. Them niggas think I'm probably dead. All they hear right now, random, like, my parents, this is the life of my house. Like, this is what my parents see when it comes to me. They wake up, where's this nigga Nathan? Oh, he's in his room. They're eating food. Where the fuck is this nigga Nathan? Oh, he's in his room again. Oh, okay. They go to bed. No, they go in the room to go to bed. Next thing, all they hear is fucking animal noises coming out of nowhere. That's all they hear. They're like, oh, there's where Nathan is. Oh, word. Oh, word. That's where he is. Okay, so this nigga doesn't love us. That's what happens. That's what my parents see, bro. They think I don't love them because I'm always in my room. Nigga, I'm working, grinding, or fucking in pain. That's it. I've been close to 56. 56? When you say you mean close, you mean like you just had a high number, like 10, which is still kind of crazy. I mean, what's the? Hold up, let me think real quickly. What's the longest I've ever gooned, and how many times have I ever gooned before? I gotta think of like prime gooning years right now. Hold up. Longest? It's pretty embarrassing right now. I don't wanna lie, nigga. Longest I've ever, like, in one session, like probably like 4 hours, my nigga. I don't wanna lie. 4 hours, that's my longest goon session. I didn't do 56 though. 56 consecutive busts is insane though. I can't do that. We can't do that. But longest session, like 4 hours. Longest session ever. I remember that day too. Are you not shooting blanks at that point? Well, the thing is, like, each hour it was like a nut. This is TMI as fuck. Yo, YouTube, if you see this, bro, don't judge, my nigga. Don't judge, guy. I know you low-key worse. I know it's, it's kind of fucked. But yeah, like, each hour like a bus. Like, so like, yeah. This is my prime years, though. This is fam, bro. This is fam. Yeah, tell me your truth. 40-something? Are you saying you did 40-something, Orange, or I did 40-something? It gets to a point. Yes, don't kill me. You saying anything above 4 is insanity? That means your max is 4? Why are you exposing yourself? Why are you exposing yourself, bro? Hey, well, like you said, it's family, though. It's family, though. Orange is only freaked out. Hey, Orange Loki has talent to be a porn star, dog. You feel me? If you could do 40, nigga, I might just take you up to the camp, my nigga. I'll get you booted up.
You're sick, nigga.
Oh, my bad. Okay, let's just continue. My bad.
He gooned 56 times until he had a heart attack. However, I take this case with a huge gulp of salt because due to the bizarreness of his passing, tons of media outlets have exaggerated how he went out.
Why did you put his face? No! Oh my god. Why did they put his face? You can't even hit his face, dog? Bro. Holy shit, you go online. Oh, that's my dog. He did what? The op sentenced him to 56 goons in hell? Holy shit, that's crazy, bro. Yo, condolences to the family, but that's an insane way to see your teenager die. Wow.
Out, often claiming that he did it 100 times and ripped his thing off his body.
Okay, rewind, my bad. I'm losing context.
Because due to the bizarreness of his passing, tons of media outlets have exaggerated how he went out, often claiming that he did it 100 times and ripped his thing off his body, which is obviously just not true.
Fuck.
Vending machines. He was infuriated. A man had just put the only dollar he had on him into the vending machine, and his snack was stuck inside of the machine, floating in limbo.
Vintage, you gotta just hit that bitch in
The problem
the
had
back.
a simple solution. Just shake the stupid clanker. The man began rocking the vending machine back and forth over and over again, until his snack finally fell and was free for him to take. Unfortunately, however, it wouldn't be the only thing to fall. The 1,200-pound vending machine would also tip over on him and crush his neck against a wall. The man would be pinned against the wall, struggling to keep the machine from fully flattening his neck, but sadly, his efforts would prove to be fruitless. He wouldn't survive to see the next day. More people pass away from vending machines than they do shark attacks. There's about 2 to 4 casualties from vending.
Alright, bro, let me teach you technique. Let me teach you the technique. The technique, when you want something on the vending machine, alright, and it's not fucking listening to you, put the money in, it's not coming down. You don't go to the front and start banging it. You go to the side and start humping that bitch. No lie, I'm not joking. It sounds crazy. But I got taught this method and it works every time. You go to the side of it and you start just fucking that bitch. No lie, like you just literally just. I promise you, after like the 4th thrust, it'll come down. I promise you. I'm not even trying to joke. Like I'm being so serious. Works every time.
Vending machines each year.
You got bad thrust, maybe it'll be like double it.
So
every time.
if the machine isn't giving up your snack, you can get angry at it, you can swear at it, but don't get into a fight with it. 10 out of 10 times.
Don't fight it. Just fuck it. Like, oh, that sounds crazy.
You will lose.
Okay, never mind. I'm shut up.
Sudden choking. Imagine this. You're hanging out with your friends, chilling at a party.
You lost 4 viewers. You lost 4 viewers. Make that 5. Hey, dog. I'm just telling y'all niggas that I kid you not. I got taught the method as a kid. It works. Like I kid you not. Some nigga said, yo, if the vending machine never works, go to the side and start humping it. Well, he didn't say humping. He just said doing this, but he didn't know it means humping. I kid you not. It works every time.
People while losing track of time. And then that's when it hits you. You start choking on literally nothing. It's called a laryngospasm.
Right?
It's a sudden, violent, and involuntary spasm of your vocal cords that is so...
What's it called?
And then that's when it hits you. You start choking on literally nothing. It's called a laryngospasm. It's a sudden, violent, and involuntary spasm of your vocal cords that is so forceful that it entirely blocks your body's airways.
Damn.
Mild cases of laryngospasms last just a few seconds, while more intense cases can last up to a few minutes. Which is pretty horrifying when you think about it.
What the fuck?
1 second, you're chilling on some mobile games. The next second, you're literally fighting for your life and suffocating on nothing. If this ever happens to you, don't panic or try to gasp for extra air. Remaining calm helps your muscles relax. Take small sips of water to clear any possible irritants causing the spasm. And
Nigga, whenever I choke on my spit, bro, I be taking the biggest gulp of water, bro. I might just die from the gulp of water. He's giving good advice. I be taking big ass gulps to try to get that shit down.
Apply pressure on the soft spots behind your earlobes. It'll help your vocal cords ease up. And most importantly, seek professional help. Restaurant signs.
Word.
In January 2023, a swarm of fierce winds ripped through Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Ain't no way,
Family
boy.
arrived at their favorite local Denny's to start their morning off with some warm
Freaky
pancakes
scream?
and coffee.
Yo, you're not wrong though. Niggas really left the stream. Dog, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just being a real ass nigga, dog. If they can't handle this amount of freak, my nigga, how the fuck are they gonna handle our relationship, bro? Let's be honest. I haven't seen nothing crazy either. What's the longest I've ever gooned and how many times have I ever gooned before? The pussy that good? Oh my god. Nigga, you dead. Well, the thing is, like, each hour it was like a nut. I promise you, after like the 4th thrust, it comes down. Hitting it from the back. Hey. I just gave y'all niggas methods of how to fucking work on the vending machine, and niggas start acting like I'm fucking, what's his name? R. Kelly. Like I'm not R. Kelly, bro. I'm just doing some regular shit. Give me some games.
An entirely questionable option for breakfast. No offense. However, towering above the Denny's parking lot was an 80-foot sign weighing more than a ton. To most, the sign was a glowing beacon for bacon, eggs, and pancakes. But for this family, it became the last thing they'd ever see.
Oh, shit.
A 72-year-old woman sat in the car with her husband and daughter when a storm outside struck.
Ain't no way,
The pole
boy.
groaned under the wind's pressure, then, without warning, it suddenly snapped. The massive sign came crashing down on the car, crushing the roof and trapping the family inside.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, the 72-year-old lady didn't survive its impact, and her husband would also go on to pass away from the injuries the accident gave him. There are multiple cases where restaurant signs, gas station signs, and storefronts fall on people. So, never be discouraged to keep your distance from an unstable-looking board that's giving you an off feeling when you're entering a business. It might just save your life. Sneezing. We all do it. You're sitting in a job interview, or in a library, or in front of your date.
Okay,
And then
this is my assumption right now. I'm assuming if you hold in your sneeze, my nigga, you probably like blow yourself up in the inside. That's what I'm assuming.
you feel it coming. The tingling sensation that tickles the small hairs inside of your nose, letting you know that you're about to sneeze. The natural thing to do is to let that sneeze fly. Well, while trying to not make a mess. But oftentimes instead, we just find ourselves stifling the sneeze.
Facts.
Don't. My anatomy teacher in high school always told us to break the habit, and honestly, it makes sense as to why. During a sneeze, if your mouth and nose are both closed, the pressure generated in the airways can surpass more than 20 times its normal amount. And in a recent case during 2023, a man sick with hay fever held in his sneeze by instinctively pinching his nose and closing his mouth. The force that built up in his airways was so immense that it literally tore open his windpipe. It's extremely rare to pass away from this, but nonetheless, holding in a sneeze just isn't worth gambling your life.
Dog. What the fuck? I was gonna say, so technically if niggas wear headphones and you know they like hold their nose, like it's kind of fucked up. This nigga wasn't even wearing no headphones, he was just sick. Golly.
Christmas trees. There's no better feeling in the world than to finish setting up your Christmas tree just in time for the holidays, and a house fire. US fire departments respond to an average of 200 home fires caused by Christmas trees each year. And as you would presume, these fires lead to casualties. Christmas tree house fires are significantly more dangerous than normal fires in your home. This is because these fires usually occur at night or early morning when people have gone to sleep but left all of their decorations plugged in and lit up. They're usually caused by candles that were placed too close to the tree, faulty wires, or heat caused by all of the decorative electrical elements. As opposed to normal house fires that are slow and steady in their startup, Christmas fires with a dry tree can ignite and spread across a room in less than just 30 seconds.
Makes sense, honestly.
So, with that being said, try not to get too carried away with your holiday spirit this year.
No, it's insane because we actually, as humans, we're actually so lucky. We could die so many ways, dog. We could die so many ways, bro. Like, bro, you could sneeze, you could die, nigga. You fall down the wrong way, you could die, my nigga. You get up the wrong way, you could die. It's actually crazy.
Doing nothing. You see that signs can fall on you, beverages can explode in your face, and that Christmas trees can set you ablaze in your sleep. So you decide that the best course of action for you to avoid all danger is doing absolutely nothing.
Your body needs to move, gang. It needs to move.
And then you explode into a ferocious blaze, so powerful that it leaves nothing but your feet behind. Weirdly enough, nothing else around you is affected. Not the couch you were sitting on, not the table in front of you, not the rug on the floor. Nothing. Just only specifically you. This is known as spontaneous human combustion.
Nigga, get the fuck out of it. You're telling me I turned into this nigga, bro? Iron Man 3. Blowing up. I turned to, yo.
Help me!
But the difference is, I'm the one blowing up and nothing around me's blowing up. That's some bullshit, dog. So just blood is splattered everywhere? Yeah, okay, dog. Okay.
And there are many cases in the US about it. However, scientists nowadays discredit it fully and dub it as nothing more than a myth. They rather believe it to be the wick effect, which is when a person's clothing absorbs melted body fat during a fire and causes them to burn up, but leaves their surroundings relatively unharmed. Others feel like this isn't a sufficient enough explanation to the phenomenon, though. They argue that if the fire's hot enough to consume you entirely and leave nothing but ashes behind, then it should also scorch nearby walls, furniture, and flooring. They also say for the wick effect to be true, it needs a clear spark, like a lighter or a candle. But in many of the cases, the victims aren't found with anything heat-related. Toilet time.
So you're telling, yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's insane, bruh. That's insane.
In Chicago, in 1987, a 70-year-old woman would board a cruise ship with her family. As they explored the wonders on board and enjoyed the pleasant feeling of being on the ocean, the old lady would be greeted with another, less than pleasant feeling. So she excused herself from her family and made her way to the ship's bathroom, and there she was greeted with the solution to her bowel troubles: the toilet. She closed the door behind her, sat on the seat, and did her business in peace. Minutes later, the ship's
I'm not gonna lie, you know how bad I'd have to shit to be shitting in a public washroom, restroom, whatever you call that bitch? You know how bad I'd have to go to the washroom, bro? Even during high school, nigga, the amount of times I went through high school, the amount of times I went to the washroom and took a dump in high school, I could probably count in one hand. And 5 is like max. I'll wait till I get home, bro. I'll wait till I get home, bro.
Medical personnel would rush past the family to the bathroom where their grandma was last seen. Out of concern, the family would follow. And as if it were a scene straight out of a horror movie, they would be met with the sight of their grandma. Her insides were literally sucked out of her body by the ship's vacuum toilet. She was rushed to the emergency room once the cruise docked at a port. And even though cases like these are extraordinarily rare, toilets have been shown to cause lethal harm to civilians in other ways.
What the fuck?
Take, for instance, exploding. In 2017, a federal class action lawsuit was filed against a toilet company called American Standard after it received 300 reports of its toilets literally blowing up. And even this year, in 2025, a 20-year-old man suffered serious burn injuries after he pressed the flush button on his toilet and it responded with a loud explosive bang. He was rushed to a hospital where doctors revealed that 35% of his body was burned horribly by the explosion, but luckily, he survived. If you couldn't tell, this was a birthday special for the channel.
Nigga just took a piss, pressed the button, and it just threw hot water at him? What the fuck? Yo, W video, bro. W video. To give me more things to be scared about in life, but shit, that was fire. That was fire. What the fuck?
We tryna live the life that we always seen, and nothing's gonna stop us till we get everything.